Good evening and welcome to the Kern High Network's exclusive coverage of high school girls basketball tonight from Golden Valley High School. It's the Bulldogs doing battle with the Independence Falcons. Hello everybody, I'm Rick Hudgens alongside my broadcast partner Alex Lee, and we are pleased to be here along with Kevin Willie and Miguel. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Well, tonight, Alex, we've got a huge game because Golden Valley's only league loss was at the hands of this Independence team. Now, we know that this Independence team has been moved up to D1, having won three consecutive D2 championships and one Division III championship, and they're looking for more. And the plan is to try and get one of those top three seeds in D1. Well, Golden Valley has its own mission, trying to get one of the top three seeds in Division III. This game would be a major victory for them if they can beat a D1 team, especially the caliber of Independence. And one of the players that we have to look at, of course, for Independence is Kalasia Dean. I mean, she does it all. She's heading to Oakland University in Michigan next year. She does it all, amongst the leaders in D1 and all kinds of stats as well as league. Your thoughts about Ms. Dean?
The Dean of Bakersfield basketball, Kalasia Dean.
That's right.
Sometimes you have a point guard and they're one-dimensional. They're scorers or perhaps they're passers and they can't do both. Kalasia has the entire package. She defends, she can get to the rim, she can shoot the three, and we were fortunate enough to talk to co-head coach Grant Beam before the game. And the thing he said she does more than anything else is she loves to drop dimes, that she's very unselfish. And sometimes when you have that star player, it's difficult to get the ball out of that star player's hands, to create energy for the rest of the team through their passing. But Kalasia does that, and that's part of what makes the Falcons so special is they share the ball, they move the ball on offense.
Yeah, excellent point. And for Golden Valley, couple of outstanding players. We've got Tasia Holiday Ball, one, as well as Alyssa Brumfield, and they're both going to be tough combatants as well. We'll pause for the national anthem. And as we get started, Alex, we were talking a little bit about Tasia Holiday Ball as well as Alyssa Brumfield, two of the key cogs in the Golden Valley machine, who head coach Kurt Wilson's really going to depend on tonight.
You really have a yin and yang there with Holiday Ball and Alyssa Brumfield. You have Holiday Ball who gets to the rim, sticks that shoulder down, physical guard, really is the kind of guard that can take contact, shove the contact off, and still finish at the rim. And then Brumfield, excellent outside shooter. Look for Independence to really try to get into her, push her off the three-point line, and actually make her a driver, whereas Holiday Ball, they might give her a little space and challenge her to hit the three.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm so excited here tonight. It's hot in the gym. And also, I might have to take off my coat, man. I'm really hot, and I know this is going to be an outstanding game. And we are underway. Golden Valley in their home whites with navy blue and gold trim. And Independence in their road maroon with black and silver trim. Starting lineups for the Independence Falcons, number 3 at guard, Aaliyah Wandick, number 5, forward. Deja Wandick, number 21, guard Kalasia Dean. Number 14, guard Asia Curvin. And number 15, the guard Haley Julius. For the 17-4 overall and 6-0 in league, Independence Falcons.
Rick, interesting on the first possession for the Falcons. I don't know if it was intentional or a defensive breakdown, but Golden Valley did not react to Kalia Wandick at all. They left her basically wide open when she caught the pass on the wing. Something to look for if that's strategy to perhaps load up on Kalasia Dean.
Yeah. Independence will move it around. Starting lineups for Golden Valley. 3 on the way and nothing but bottoms. So number 21, Kalasia Dean with a long ball and a 3-0 lead. Kalasia Dean first in Division I at 20.5 points per game. And now driving to the hoop, missing with the left hand is Destiny Nobriga. Let's look at that starting lineup for Kurt Wilson's Golden Valley Bulldogs, 20-5, 5-1 in the SYL. At guard, number 5, Tasia Holiday Ball. At guard, number 14, Yaya Dunn. At forward, number 11, Destiny Nobriga. At forward, number 15, Alyssa Brumfield. And at center, number 25, Tiffany Amos.
Now, Rick, maybe a little bit of an element of surprise here. When we were talking to Coach Bingham before the game, we talked about would Golden Valley press Independence, and he said he did not think they would, but yet here they are. They're opening the game of the press, get an early turnover out of it.
Well, one thing that we do know, Independence is without their talented senior guard, Joanna Kinder. She's out for the year, as well as Danny Gavino and Rihanna Mancera, all out.
That's a good point, Rick. We only 10 players for Independence. Perhaps a strategy. You've already lost a couple times to Independence. Maybe you try to make the game up-tempo. Maybe you try to make the game something where it's physical and you try to play fatigue into it a little bit. See if you can wear down the Falcons over the course of 4 quarters.
Yeah, it will definitely be a tough one. These two teams have matched up twice, once at the Redwood Tournament in Visalia in November. And nice turnaround for Tiffany Amos.
Good start for Golden Valley. Caused a few turnovers. Really have kind of controlled the tempo of the game in the opening minutes.
All right, Dow trying to get inside position for the Falcons. Now losing the handle and out of bounds. Turnover to the Bulldogs. And Independence makes a substitution.
Independence really takes pride in their half-court defense. They're not going to extend a lot. Maybe show a little bit of a three-quarter court press with some trapping, but mostly like to play solid half-court defense.
Beautiful drive, and the dish from Yaya Dunn, and missing inside was Nobriga. And now we have a jump ball in. Possession arrow favors Golden Valley. 3-2, 5:30 to go. First quarter, Rick Hudgens, Alex Lee, along with Kevin Willie and Miguel. And we're so happy you could join us for exclusive coverage of girls basketball. And turnover to Independence. So 3-2 in the early going. Falcons with the lead. Taking it down the middle, throwing up a wild right-handed runner, and off the mark is number 14, Dunn. And now 3 on the way, and that one won't go down. Here's Dean, number 21. Right-handed dribble. Will be at the University of Oakland in Michigan next year. Nice drive, went right around the defender and takes it to the rack for the easy lay-in.
On that lay-in, Rick, Golden Valley's really trying to help off of the ball screen action, where they're going to leave someone on the wing open to take away the roll. That's going to put a lot of pressure on any guard recovering back to the wing pass. If Dean gives it up instead of taking it herself or hitting the roll person, that wing will be open, and it's a tough cover for Golden Valley.
And Tiffany Amos knocks down the mid-range jumper. 5-4 Independence. Dean into the paint. Right-handed shot up and no good. And the rebound claimed by number 5, Tasia Holiday Ball. Turn it, give it up. Amos won't go down, but she will get 2 at the stripe. And the personal foul committed.
Now, on Amos, this is the second time they've gotten her a really nice paint touch. That out-of-bounds play got her right on the block. She made a nice move, wasn't able to finish it. This time, nice cut across the lane, able to draw contact and get to the lane. I want to go back to that press a little bit more, Rick. One advantage, perhaps, for Golden Valley showing press, maybe not to turn Independence over, as much as an opportunity to get the ball out of Dean's hands. You get it out of her hands in the backcourt, and then maybe she never gets it back, especially if you can force the other team into taking quick shots.
So both free throws missed by Amos, rebound by Holiday Ball, and she missed, and then a three-point attempt taken, and that went off the mark. Still 5-4. Falcons with the lead. Nice little hook shot, but short. And back the other way come the Bulldogs. Yaya Dunn's pass goes awry, and it will be Independence's ball.
Yeah, it was a pretty good pass. Yaya fit it through a couple of defenders. Would have been a layup, but unfortunately sailed through. So no press here, Rick. And you can just see that Independence looks very comfortable here. They're able to call a set. Dean's in control at the top. We'll see what they get out of it.
Both teams exceptionally well coached. Co-head coaches Grant Bingham and Val Mancera. With Independence, of course, Val Mancera has been there for such a long time, and he's going to take a 20-second timeout here.
I'm guessing Coach Mancera's not especially pleased with the energy level, and perhaps not especially pleased with the shot selection. You've seen several shots from Golden Valley where they are off balance, where they don't have a good look at the rim in the first couple of 10 seconds of the shot clock. Yep. The way that Golden Valley is playing them, really helping off some of the wing players to protect the paint and to protect against Dean. Wide open shots will be available with a little bit more patience.
Yeah. And this Independence team has battled all year. They've losses. Remember, only 4 losses on the season. Lost to Bixville High School earlier in the year. Lost to Liberty. Lost to Redondo Union. And the team escapes me, but they lost to a team up north. They do have a very impressive win against Narbonne. Hard-fought victory over Narbonne earlier this year as well. So it'll be interesting to see if everything develops here. Golden Valley coming off a 59-48 win at Ridgeview in their last outing, and Independence put a hurting on Tehachapi 68-44. And we failed to mention 8-game winning streak for Independence at this time.
Well, Rick, you were talking about the seeding in our pregame, and it's an interesting thing. For Independence, yeah, they're trying to get that top 3 seed, but a win here isn't going to propel them to the 2 or the 1. They're not going to overtake Clovis West by beating Golden Valley, but they can drop. This loss can really hurt them. If they're projecting themselves as a 3 seed, a loss in league might drop them to a 4 or 5 position, whereas for Golden Valley, win against Independence really could solidify them as a 2, a 3, a 1. You put yourself in that argument at least. So, when you're talking about the stakes you're playing with, for Golden Valley especially, they're playing with a house of money a little bit. They get a win here. They've already lost twice to Independence. Good opportunity for them to make some headway seating-wise.
Here's Brumfield now, swinging around, looking inside. There's Amos. Nice move. Takes her time, misses in the paint. And Independence trying to go the other way, and a foul committed.
Now, Golden Valley's success really is going to hinge on Amos being able to finish in there. They're really just running a 4-out, 1-in kind of shell action, letting her post inside. They're getting to the ball. She has a very nice up and under game, but has yet to convert either in the paint or at the free throw line.
Beautiful pass down low, and missing with the left hand is number 15, Haley Julius. And Golden Valley comes back. It's 5-4 Independence. They are in the maroon. Golden Valley in their home whites. We are at Golden Valley High School, the home of the Bulldogs. 3 on the way, and that one off the front of the iron. Rebound Amos, and that one misses. There's Bell underneath. Put it up, draw the contact. No basket, but 2 freebies forthcoming for Miss Bell.
Patient possession there for Golden Valley. I really like how Yaya Dunn is orchestrating for Golden Valley right now. Very much under control. You can tell that perhaps part of Kurt Wilson's plan tonight is to control the tempo. That when there's an opportunity to run, they'll take it, but they're looking to slow it down, shorten the game. I mean, here we are. We're 4-5. 2 minutes. We're almost at the end of the first quarter. All of a sudden, you're playing a 3-quarter game instead of a 4-quarter game against Independence. It'll be interesting to see if Golden Valley sticks with a slower tempo throughout the game.
And an area of her game that she really needs to shore up. Tasia Holiday Ball misses both free throws. And now nice little runner, and putting it up and in is number 5, Deja Wandick, and a 7-4 Falcon lead.
That's all created through Dean's penetration. She was able to get in the paint, made a nice kick-out pass, and that allowed for the driving lane.
Off the miss. Falcons with the push up the right sideline, taking it the distance, and we'll see if this is on the ground early or part of the shot. Yeah, it's on the ground. So, inbounds play for the Falcons. Swinging around, 3 on the way, and that one won't go down.
That's too easy, though, Rick. That was a simple little screen for Dean, and she ended up wide open. They have to do better than that, Golden Valley.
Here comes Holiday Ball, and she's going to get assessed for an offensive foul there. Your take on that? I'm not sure if defender was in.
I don't think the defender was there. However, I think you could make the argument the Holiday Ball was out of control, and maybe the official was rewarding the defense for being in position and punishing a little bit Golden Valley for not being under control.
Here's Independence in a half-court set. Swing it around. Long 3 on the way, and that one is too strong. Rebound put up by number 14, and she misses. Asia Curvin getting it back in the paint. Beautiful runner by number 21, Kalasia Dean.
The Dean of Bakersfield basketball with the Statue of Liberty play. Teardropping it.
3 in the corner, and that one won't go down. And now back the other way. That was Lyric Weaver attempting the 3 off the bench for the Bulldogs. 9-4 lead here as first quarter winds down.
Yeah, the last few minutes, Independence has gotten away from Golden Valley a little bit. Really, the big problem is Golden Valley just cannot score. They're getting some what I would consider good looks, but not able to put the biscuit in the basket.
Nope. And a long three-point attempt is off the mark. We've reached the end of one quarter at Golden Valley High School. It's Independence 9 and Golden Valley 4. And your thoughts so far, Alex, here about the tempo in the first quarter and what we've seen by both teams?
Well, I think tempo-wise, if you were to tell head coach Kurt Wilson before the game, hey, coach, you've held Independence to 9 points in the first quarter. What do you think? He'd be pretty ecstatic with that. Unfortunately, they just have not been able to score. They've gotten some paint touches, gotten some good looks from the perimeter as well, but they haven't put any down, and that includes at the free throw line. So they have to find a way to manufacture some scores, because the last few minutes it did feel like Independence was spreading them out a little bit better, and that they were getting a little bit of rhythm that they didn't have earlier in the game when they called the 20-second timeout. So I really think for the Bulldogs, the first 2 or 3 minutes of this quarter, it's critical that they maintain where they're at right now, if not close it. You can't let a 5-point lead go to 10 right now, in other words.
And one thing to bear in mind is Kalasia Dean is 9 points away from 1,700 points in her career, a 4-year varsity player and a 4-year Valley champion. What a career for Dean. 3 on the way, that one way off.
Dean's obviously a great scorer, and those 1,700 points attest to that, and maybe this three-pointer will too. But what I really like about her so far is her aggressiveness on the glass. She is really willing to mix it up in the paint and help her post players inside.
Ball can't hit. Now Julius has it. Deflected and into the hands of number 14, Asia Curvin. Asia Curvin, just a sophomore. Haley Julius, just a sophomore as well, with a lot of seniors on this team. Now picking it up, way off the mark. Rebound, Julius. Nice pass from Julius. Down low, and the easy deuce underneath.
That was a beautiful dime right there. A little no-look action from Haley Julius.
Swing it around. Here's Yaya Dunn. Gets a screen. Tries a 3, and that one off the mark. Rebound picked up by Ball. Off the window. Won't go down. 2 free throws.
Now, is it
for Holiday Ball.
Is it too early to say that these are critical free throws? Because it feels to me like these are critical free throws. You're down 7. You're in a real scoring drought. You need to see the ball go through the net if you're Golden Valley.
I agree. Big free throws there. Ball came up empty her last trip.
I'm just excited that I didn't jinx her and that I didn't put the voodoo on her. Dang it.
1 of 2. Ball averaging 11.1 a game and 10 points per game against Independence in her 2 outings. Here's Julius. Nice drive. Kick to the corner. Into the paint. Lost the handle. Good hands there defensively by Yaya Dunn. Up for Ball. Spinning. Missing inside. And the foul over the back committed by Yaya Dunn, I believe. Yeah, they're going to get Yaya for that one.
Missed opportunity for Golden Valley. Pretty well-executed fast break. Got a shot at the rim. Holiday Ball just could not convert.
Haley Julius sitting down there wide open and didn't get the ball.
Now, you'll see teams when they extend, they'll often leave that deep pass open. It's such a long pass, and you have to be so accurate with it. Teams often will dare other teams to make that pass.
Inside, missing inside is Curvin. And now jump ball and possession arrow favors Independence with 5:46 to go in the second.
It was an odd little play. It was like everybody was just like, well, let's have some tea and crumpets here for a few seconds there. Crumpets, is that still a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Just checking.
Of course, in Britain. So taking a seat will be Lupe Armas. Came in, knocked down got an easy deuce under the basket, and now takes the seat. Swing it around, Julius. Three on the way. That one was banked and wouldn't go down for number 13, Adetone Ogundare. Senior pulling up, knock it down. Number 15, Brumfield. She averages just under 11 points a game. You got to get out on her.
Well, they gave her a 3, Rick. From my angle, that looked like that was a couple of feet inside the arc. But they gave the 3-point signal on there. So I guess today, 2s or 3, Sel.
She had hit 3 3-pointers coming into tonight's game against Independence in their head-to-head matchups. Taking it all the way, ball misses, rebound put up and in by number 11, Nobriga. Pull up, left elbow J, and great save. Down low, Curvin with the right hand, and it won't drop. And the ball's loose and off the hands of Curvin.
So what did we talk about at quarter, Rick? We talked about the idea of you're down 5. Does that 5 go to 10, or do you make a little run? Golden Valley's on the right side of that. First 4 minutes of the quarter, they have won the first 4 minutes of the quarter. Let's see how they close it going into half.
Here's Yaya. Pull up 3. That went off the mark. She's got to be careful she didn't get the foul.
And the reason you don't like that is because no one else touched the ball. You bring it down, you've got the momentum, and you shoot, without anybody else touching it.
Neither team able to shoot well from beyond the arc. 3-point attempt missed by Aaliyah Wandick. Now down low, Julius kick out. 3 on the way, and that one won't fall for Ogundare. 11-10, Independence the lead. 3:33 to go in the second. Nice drive, but missing it is Yaya Dunn, and back the other way come the Falcons. Coast to coast, lost control, pick it up, and missing again is Curvin on the inside. And that has got to be driving co-head coaches Grant Bingham and Val Mancera nuts, because they've just continue. Independence really struggling on the interior with the putbacks.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think that Independence isn't quite being patient enough. There are gaps there, there are driving lanes there, but too often the first pass is becoming a shot. And to be honest with you, I think that's why Coach Kurt Wilson called a timeout. That's what Golden Valley's been doing the last couple of times down. Like very much. Both teams right now are out of sorts. The ball's not really moving. It's kind of scattered. So we got 3 minutes left. Who maybe is going to settle down here a little bit, work against the defense a little bit. It's a low-scoring game, but I hesitate to say that I think either team is just grinding on defense. I more would put it on the offenses needing to execute a little bit better and work for some better shots. Yeah. And then once they do that, shots will start to drop.
Well, into the game for the Bulldogs is number 10, Amanda Hernandez. And number 20 checking in for the Falcons, that is Ariana Egan. Ball, Brumfield. Ball drives down the lane, too strong. And the rebound claimed by the Falcons, pushing it up ahead, taking it the whole way. Too much on that one. And the Bulldogs back the other way. Nice crossover, taking it the distance and putting it up and in is Yaya Dunn.
A little Euro step action there through the paint. Little dip out to the outside, sidestep it back in, and then with the sweet finger roll.
Nice cut to the hoop. Missing inside, got it back, counted, and the foul. One free throw forthcoming, and at last, Independence scores inside.
Sorry, Rick. They didn't score. Independence didn't score on the pick and roll, but it was a beautiful pick and roll. Great entry pass to the roller, and then that collapsed the paint and allowed for the offensive rebound and then allowed for the score. Both teams have had a couple of good offensive possessions since the timeout.
Deja Wandick with a 3-point play, and now she'll take his seat. 14-12, Falcons lead the Bulldogs. 2:21 to go. We're at Golden Valley High School for exclusive coverage of girls high school basketball. SYL Variety only on the Kern High Network, KernHighNetwork.com. 3 on the way, and Brumfield sticks it.
Well, that's what she does, Rick. She's a shooter, and Independence lost their discipline. They were looking at the ball a little bit, trying to hedge over on the ball, and lost Brumfield for a good look. She stepped right into that. That was a rhythm 3.
Yeah, Brumfield with 40 triples on the season, and now foul is committed, but it will be under the basket with 1:56. Bulldogs with 6 fouls, and the Falcons with 5. Here's the inbound. Taking it up, scoring it is Asia Curvin. So Curvin off the inbounds play with the 2 points. And now the Bulldogs come back the other way, trying to answer and retake the lead. Yaya for 3, and Yaya delivers again. Yaya Dunn, her second triple of the night. And it's 18-16 Bulldogs.
No, it just takes a couple of passes to loosen up the defense. Yaya was able to get that, square herself up, really took her time and got an excellent look. And I think Independence right now, running a little flex action, able to get inside again. That's good offensive action, even though they didn't score the basket.
Yep, off the miss. Here come the Bulldogs into the paint, stepping through, and lost the handle. Yaya Dunn. So Tiffany Amos, the center, is still down. Hit the floor hard as she is a bit out of control driving to the basket. Now head coach Kurt Wilson and the trainer will go and take a look here with 1:03 to go in the half. And
she was out of control. I'm a little surprised she didn't draw a foul there. Independence is set up to take the charge. It looked like a charge was coming, but then at the end they all kind of just turned their body like, well, I'm not sure if we're ready for this deal here, ready for the collision. Well, when they turn their body, that basically they're giving up that position, and I think it should have been a foul, but instead they go with the traffic collision no call.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's take time to thank our sponsors for the Kern High School District who make this all possible. The Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, the United States Army, PAV Solar and Communication, Premier Lighting, Tony's Pizza, and Raymond's Trophies. And let's acknowledge our Kern High School District Superintendent, Superintendent Dr. Brian Schaefer, Assistant Superintendent of Instruction, Dr. Brenda Lewis, Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services and Innovative Programs, Dr. Dean McGee, and the Director of School Support Services, Stan Green. And of course, Stan Green, who had the vision to start the Kern High Network, and it is just growing by leaps and bounds in just its second year running. And now Tiffany Amos, good sign that she's up on her feet, but we'll see if she's okay. And she's going to need some assistance to get off the floor.
She's really wobbly. You wonder, is it her leg and knee? It's difficult to tell right now. All we know is, I mean, for sure, this would be a big loss for Golden Valley. She really anchors the paint for them. Good rebounder, has the ability to finish inside. Occasionally even can shoot from the outside. So definitely a major cog in the Bulldog attack, and we can hope that she is able to walk off here and not seriously hurt.
Yeah, without question. You got to replace 12.4 points per game in the lineup, 6.3 rebounds a game. She's made 21 threes on the year. And she's averaging 6 points and 11.5 rebounds in the 2 outings versus Independence so far this year.
I think she maybe hit her head. Maybe she, that's maybe a little concussion or something. She
Yeah.
just looks really wobbly out there. You know, you say those numbers, too. Keep in perspective, in high school, typically your bench.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
That are kind of their main players, and a lot of what they do revolve around those players. And Amos for Golden Valley, she is one of those players. It's going to be very difficult for the Bulldogs to replace her production the rest of the game. And I guess adding on to how disheartening it is, I mean, they're playing right there, up 2, 1 minute left in the half, controlled the tempo. And maybe, we have no idea what's going on right now, but all we can hope for is that Amos is not too badly hurt, and I hope that we see her on the bench, at least sitting with the team later on in the game. That'd be a good sign.
And right before halftime, hopefully, I mean, best case scenario is, like you say, she's able to come back and at least be a part of the team.
We'll see how the Bulldogs react here. Sometimes, when you lose a player, you get a little shell-shocked. Sometimes, it spurs you on.
Yeah.
So we'll see the last minute here how the Bulldogs react.
Dean, pull up, and knocks down the three-pointer.
Nothing you can do about that. That was
Nope.
Good defense, kept her in front. That's just a better offense than good defense.
49 triples now on the season for Kalasia Dean, and then driving hard to the window is Ball, and she is fouled. Yep.
Good movement from Golden Valley again. 3 or 4 passes, and Holiday Ball, she's been active on both sides of the court. That was a really quick crossover to get into the paint.
But struggles at the foul line.
She has that kind of her free throw form that she practices without the ball. She needs to emulate it with the ball. There you go. That was a little softer touch on free throw number 2.
So 1 of 2 for Holiday Ball. Driving. Julius can't handle the hot pass, and now back the other way. Here comes Yaya Dunn, dribbling into the right corner and looking for Ball. She needs help, and she will get it. And now Ball will track it down. 1 shot. Clock is off. 5 seconds. Ball to the window and up and in. Tasia Holiday Ball. Long shot. Nearly 3/4 of the court is short, and we have reached halftime. We knew it would be a high-intensity, spirited battle here, and the Bulldogs have the 21-19 lead at the half over the Independence Falcons. Alex, your thoughts before we take a break?
Oh, I think it's fitting that Holiday Ball ended the half of the score, because right now she's the player.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
Offensively, but more importantly, she's done good work on Kalasia Dean. She's been in her grill, so to speak. She's been physical with her. She's been aware of her. She hasn't fallen asleep, and that doesn't mean that Dean's not scoring. She scored some points, and she just made a fantastic 3 towards the end of the half, but you have to make her work, and that's what Holiday Ball is doing.
Yeah. Well, we'll take a break on the Kern High Network. 21-19, Golden Valley leads Independence. It's halftime, and we'll join you in the second half after these commercial messages.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile, and I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
There are over 100 places to get pizza in Kern County, but only 4 are good enough to be called Tony's. So what's the Tony's Pizza difference? We're not giving away our secrets, but the proof is in the pizza. Tony's Spicy Mexicana, the mouth-watering Hawaiian, the award-winning Chili Verde, and so many more. Trust us, you'll find your favorite. If you want great pizza, you can play the numbers game, or you can get it right the first time. Tony's Pizza, 3 locations in Bakersfield and 1 in Shafter.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Good. And you see, remember that horizon? Try to keep it parallel to your cockpit.
After the 2-year program, they're going to be able to take the knowledge test for their private pilot exam. I am a pilot. I've been in Bakersfield for 10 years. I worked as an instructor for 6 years and then became a corporate pilot. And I'm a teacher here. We have amazing equipment. Even flight schools don't have that much equipment.
You put a class like this somewhere at North High, and it's really preparing kids to succeed because it gives them a whole new set of opportunities they never knew that they had the chance to pursue. I'm proud to say that I'm from North High School and that we have administration that's willing to put the money into offering really, really neat programs like this and preparing kids to succeed.
In animal care, the students learn a variety of things, whether it's tools or terms. In the veterinary field, they learn about the skeletal systems, animal nutrition, the housing, how to properly care for them. They also have the opportunity in the spring to actually go work at a veterinary hospital or at an animal shelter or a grooming salon.
Animal restraint, weight and temperature, pulse, respiration, all of that I learned here.
They take a state certified test, and if they pass, they become a certified vet assistant right out of high school.
It's always hands-on, and so I think that's what really helps us is that we're not just getting it from a textbook, we're actually doing these things, and we're actually practicing these things that we'll be doing in our future careers.
Well, we're learning a lot, and especially with just the basic knowledge of what you would need for an entry-level job.
All the basic skills to be a medical assistant in a doctor's office or a clinic.
You're leaning on it, and that'll make a difference.
And then they also do on-the-job training, and they work in doctor's offices or clinics throughout Kern County. The kids are job ready, and many of them are employed before the end of the school year. They're promised a job, as well as they continue their education. We have many registered nurses out there and even physicians.
I'm thinking I want to be an anesthesiologist. So a lot of school, but it'll be worth it in the end.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile, and I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
There are over 100 places to get pizza in Kern County, but only 4 are good enough to be called Tony's. So what's the Tony's Pizza difference? We're not giving away our secrets, but the proof is in the pizza. Tony's Spicy Mexicana, the mouth-watering Hawaiian, the award-winning Chili Verde, and so many more. Trust us, you'll find your favorite. If you want great pizza, you can play the numbers game, or you can get it right the first time. Tony's Pizza, 3 locations in Bakersfield and 1 in Shafter.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
I'm a millennial, and for me, it's all about the mobile. And I'm somewhere in between. I still do my banking online and at the ATM. And with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, Kern Schools is always close by.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County. Kern Schools, together we have something special. One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our low mortgage rates, including 60-day rate lock and no cost to you. Purchase or refinance your home today.
Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Good. And you see, remember that horizon? Try to keep it parallel to your cockpit.
After the 2-year program, they're going to be able to take the knowledge test for their private pilot exam. I am a pilot. I've been in Bakersfield for 10 years. I worked as an instructor for 6 years and then became a corporate pilot. And I'm a teacher here. We have amazing equipment. Even flight schools don't have that much equipment.
You put a class like this somewhere at North High, and
And Rick Hudgens, Alex Lee back at Golden Valley High School as we get ready to start the second half. And let's take a look at our leading scorers here. For Independence, Dean with 8 points. Remember, she only needs 3 more points to notch 1,700 for her career. Deja Wandick with 5. For Golden Valley, Brumfield has 6 on 2 of 2 beyond the, or 2 threes beyond the arc. And then Dunn with 5 points, Amos with 4, and Holiday Ball with 4. And Independence scores in transition.
That's pretty much exactly what you did not want to have happen if you're Golden Valley. You start with the ball, have an opportunity to go up 4. That was a pretty good drive by Holiday Ball. She got in the paint, but no passes, so immediately give it up and then give up a 3-point play. Not what GV wanted coming out of halftime.
And Kalasia Dean, ladies and gentlemen, has just tied the record. 1,700. She has 11 in the game. Or excuse me. Yes, she has 11 points in the game, and she has 1,700 in her 4-year varsity career. What an accomplishment, Alex.
That's a lot of consistency. I mean, that goes all the way back to when she was a freshman playing varsity. As far as I know, she's only won Valley championships too. So it's not just empty points. Every year she's played for Independence, they've won Valley. Quite a career.
And 5 double-doubles this season as well. So out on the wing, this is Aaliyah Wandick. Swing it around, nice cut through.
Independence running a little of
2 seconds on the clock, throw it up. Nope, shot clock violation. Sorry, Alex.
No, that's my fault, Rick. I mean, they were running the old Wisconsin offense, the swing offense there, so it's only fitting that they would use the entire shot clock, just like the Badgers used to do under Coach Bo Ryan.
Yeah, I miss Bo Ryan. You probably don't.
I don't at all. I don't.
Anymore.
I'm not a big Wisconsin guy. You have to respect his coaching.
3 in the corner and knocking it down sweetly is Lyric Weaver.
An orthodox stroke, but confidently drilled from the corner. GV really needed that.
That's her second 3. Excuse me, her first 3. It's her second attempt. And now foul committed by Golden Valley. And heading back to the line is Kalasia Dean. So Kalasia Dean's numbers 20.5 points a game. That's first in D1, second in the league. She's only a 57% free throw shooter, an area of the game she must shore up. First one is good. Averaging 13 points a game versus Golden Valley this season.
Looks like early in this half, she's trying to assert herself a little bit more. Already a couple of aggressive drives to the paint. Let's see if we have a third one here.
Off the miss, here come the Falcons. Oh. Tried to make the pass down low and a little too hot to handle.
Little too hot. I don't know how many people would have been able to catch that one.
Yaya Dunn for 3. That one won't go down. Rebound scooped up by Dean. Taking it across. Now gets it to Julius. Swing it out. 3 on the way. Nothing but net for Aaliyah Wandick.
That was a beautiful shot. Hit the rafters, moon ball, and then splashes through the net.
Drive and kick. Holiday ball off the window. Won't fall. And now Independence trying to come back with a 2-point lead. Nice behind the back through traffic. Good hands there by Holiday Ball. And now Holiday Ball D'ing up Dean again. Julius. Wide open 3. No good, and it's going to be traveling as Wandick took steps before she released.
It's subtle, Rick, but I feel like Independence, they're changing the tempo here a little bit of the game. It's a little bit faster tempo. They're sharing the ball better here early in the third quarter than they did in the first half.
And a beautiful pass from Dunn to number 11, Destiny Nobriga, and she will head to the line for 2 freebies.
That ball screen action is getting them good shots. Yaya Dunn had a relatively clean look at 3, and right there hit the roll man, which looks a lot easier than it really is. Look at this.
Form shooting.
An unorthodox free throw stroke.
And nice by Nobriga.
Somewhere the Berry family is smiling and they enjoy this.
Looking for a 20th free throw make.
Ghost of Rick Berry once
and
again.
Got them both. Well, I know somebody else who would really enjoy that form shooting, especially from the line, is former girls basketball coach for Centennial, Wayne Cherry. I know that's something that he liked to work on every day. That
hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah. Off the miss, 26-26, 4:28 to go. Rick Hudgens, Alex Lee, Kevin Willie, and Miguel.
The Independence trying to extend a little bit in their man-to-man defense, trying to make the game go a little bit faster, make it a little bit more physical, but that time caught with a little bit too much contact.
And the foul committed by number 3, Aaliyah Wandick.
I think that was actually a warning for going over the sideline. Rarely seen.
Inbound, cut by Dean, tries to come up with it. Great defense there by Destiny Nobriga to block it and avoid committing the foul.
Dean is really a load when she gets going in the full court. She's strong, she has a great handle, and she's a pretty slippery finisher. Great inbounds pass from Dean as well. Nice little screen-the-screener action for Independence to get the ball inside once again to Deja Wandick, who's off to a good start in the third quarter.
Yeah, and Dean's averaging 6 steals a game versus Golden Valley. And so Wandick to the line, Deja Wandick.
Wandick's got a pretty stroke, fluid release, good rotation on her basketball, good arc on the ball. It's a good-looking shot.
And she makes 1 of 2. So she has 6 points in the contest. Nice pass into the paint. Nowhere to go with it. Was Nobriga, or no, that wasn't Nobriga. Excuse me, that was Brumfield, and now the inbounds play for Golden Valley. Loose ball picked up by Yaya Dunn. Scramble for it. Ball with a runner. Too strong. And Yaya picked it up, and Dunn missed inside. And now Dunn gets it back, but a shot clock violation because. And now we're going to discuss to see if it did touch the rim or not. And no, it did not. So the ball never touched the rim, and Kurt Wilson said yes, it did. But
I think they missed that, Rick. I think the ball did hit the rim on one of those putback opportunities, but nobody was paying attention.
Julius to Curvin, and Curvin nets.
A little bit of danger zone here, I think, for GV here. They need to put good possession together. And
nice pass.
And they do. That's a shot that you need to finish. You get in the paint, nice roll again. That screen and roll is good for them, but they need to score the ball there.
Nobriga misses, inbound Brumfield into Nobriga, back to Brumfield. She'll shoot the 3, and that one is way off. Missed everything. And now with the push, here comes Kalasia Dean, left-handed dribble, pull up from deep, and sinks the triple. Wow, 3-point land. Open the gates.
Again, that's pretty good defense. You have Holiday Ball. I was questioning her picking up Dean that far from the basket, but she did a pretty good job of staying on her hip and keeping her under control. So Dean goes from going full speed dribble, stopping on a dime, doing a step back, really a couple of feet behind the 3 and nothing but net. I mean, that's a high-level shot, and there's not really anything you can do about that defensively. Yeah. What Golden Valley does need to do, though, they need to put the ball in the basket here a little bit. Because Independence is playing faster, and they are just reacting quicker, at least offensively. I thought they were pretty lethargic throughout the first half, moving the ball, but now there's more energy, and that's largely being supplied by Dean. But they're also getting the ball to Wandick some. The entire team seems like they are kind of ready to go here in the second half compared to the first half.
And Independence averages 55.5 points per game and has scored 1,169 on the season.
Showing a little 2-1-2. Looks like a little token pressure here coming out of the timeout.
Holiday Ball. Done. Back to ball, stripped. Here's Dean. Behind the back, put it up, count it. Nope, they're going to wave it off for the travel call.
That's a good call. She traveled. I think she did it with such finesse that you can kind of get lulled into thinking that she's able to pull it off, but she did shuffle her feet going behind the back.
Well, for those of you who are just joining us, Kalasia Dean, and nice basket underneath for Nobrega. And for Nobrega, she now has 4 points in the contest. But Dean has scored over 1,700 points now with 14 points. She has 1,703 points for a 4-year varsity career. And as Alex has mentioned numerous times, 3 D2 titles and 1 D3 title, or excuse me, 3 D2 titles and looking for that D1 title this year. And it'll be Independence's ball as Golden Valley turns it over. And do you see any difference without Amos in the game who was injured?
I think that's a great point, Rick. I think Golden Valley's been able to have pretty good offensive possessions. They've gotten a lot of shots in the paint, and usually even if you don't score on shots in the paint, it allows for offensive rebounds. So you have perhaps your best paint scorer not in the game. You have perhaps your best rebounder not in the game, and you're getting into the paint. I think it's safe to say that there's an impact there from the first half to the second half not having Amos in the game.
Yeah, well, timeout on the floor. 1:41 to go. It's 32-28 Independence. At this time, we would like to take time to acknowledge the administrations from both Independence and Golden Valley High School. For Independence, Principal Dr. Debbie Thompson. Assistant Principal of Instruction is Cy Silver. Assistant Principal of Administration is Kelly Harden. Athletic Director Derek LaRosa. And Activity Director is Grant Bingham. For Golden Valley, Principal Paul Hellman. Assistant Principal of Instruction is Jerry Antoine. Assistant Principal of Administration is Erica Pierce. Athletic Director is Robert Haskell. And the Activity Director is Valeria Black. And I know all the students out here, these student athletes, these parents, we all appreciate the hard work that our administrations put in throughout the Kern High School District as Wandick knocks one down. And that gives her 8 points for the evening. Off the miss. 6-point lead. Dean trying to push the tempo through the paint, throw it up. Won't go down, but she will head to the charity stripe for a pair.
She's really tough to stop in the full court. Oh, they called a charge there. Oh. The charges are very generous this game. Well, you know what? You have to play how the officials sometimes call the game. This game, if you get there, you take it, you fall to the ground. It seems like they're going to give you the call. Other nights, you're there, you're set, you take it, and they say it's still a block. It's probably the most inconsistent call in all of basketball. Really difficult call for the officials to make.
Haley Julius heads to the bench. 3 for ball on the way. Off the mark. And now the reach in, and that I'm sure that was frustration. Ball having some trouble getting her shot to fall. And then the foul committed. So each team with 3 fouls here in the third quarter. Under a minute to go in the third. Independence trying to win the league, move to 7-0. Golden Valley at 5-1. Trying to tie things up in the league with Independence, and a nice runner there scored.
Where are you going to get points right now if you're Golden Valley?
By Ariana Egan. Her first bucket of the night. Steele. Pushing it. And completely ran out of an angle was Asia Curvin. Now taking it ball the other way. Oh, regains it and puts it up and in. Big basket for Ball. She has 6.
Huge basket for GV. I mean, really, the quarter cannot get here fast enough for them. They've really been struggling. They really needed a score there, and Ball was able to deliver.
Holiday Ball trying to stick with Dean. Dean with the runner, in and out. As we reach the end of the third quarter, the rebound claimed by Yaya Dunn. 3 in the books. And Golden Valley at home in an important game trails 36-30. So your thoughts here, this quarter?
I think you need to be physical. And you have only 3 team fouls if you're Golden Valley. Use those fouls. Make the officials blow their whistle some. Don't let Dean get in the paint as best you can. Get the little arm bar, hand check, see if the officials are going to call that. You have to generate perhaps some turnovers if you're Golden Valley. They just don't seem like they have enough scoring punch, especially without Amos in the game, to be able to hang with the Independents without getting some layups. That's how they just scored right before half. Holiday Ball was able to get in transition very quick. You can spread it out. You can get Brunfield a 3 perhaps or Dunn a 3 in transition. But I think they need to find a way to turn over Independence a little bit, score through their offense, and not so much in the half court.
And Independence averaging 14.2 steals a game. They are above the national average in all but blocked shots, in all the categories but blocked shots. So very impressive. Off the miss, offensive rebound. Baseline drive, cut off nicely. Was Wandick, then she tried again, threw up a wild runner that went over the basket, and now Golden Valley pushes the other way. Fourth quarter, down 6. Kick it to Ball. Into the paint, lost the handle, but a foul called against Independence.
Well, that's a transition, push, got the ball to the wing. Holiday Ball with a nice drive. Now, this is where Golden Valley, if they like to post the person, they haven't really gotten anything out of their special teams until right now.
And that's Yaya Dunn. Yaya Dunn with 7 in the game. Dunn averaging 6 points per game against Independence. 7, just under 7 points a game for the season. 36-32. Falcons with the lead. Step back 3, and Dean can't get it to drop. And the rebound claimed there by Nobrega. Nice job of blocking out.
They've got numbers here, Rick. See what kind of decision they come up with.
Pushing it is done. 3 on the way, and that one won't go. That was number 10, Amanda Hernandez, who couldn't find the bottom of the well.
Got to load up here. Got to load up. Wall up on Dean in transition.
Now Wandick traveled with it. So a traveling call on Deja Wandick. And Golden Valley with 6:41 hanging around, down 4.
You have to really, on that perimeter lift fake, you have to really show the ball over your head. Bakersfield officials love to call that travel. That's been going on for 30 years. They love to call that travel.
Nice drive. Getting the basket is Nobrega. 3 on the way from Yaya Dunn. That one won't go down, and the foul's committed by Elissa Brumfield. And it will be a side inbound for Independence. Each team with 4 fouls, 6:23 to go in the fourth. 36-32 Independence, the lead over Golden Valley. Rick Hudgens and Alex Lee. So glad you could join us. Of course, thanks to Kevin Willey filming.
I told you the refs love that travel there.
Garcia.
There we go again.
Excuse me, with operations and a travel. And Golden Valley gets it back, down 4. Opportunities abounding here, into the corner. Amanda Hernandez drives and lost the handle.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it, Rick. A lot of opportunity here for Golden Valley. So far, their defense has been pretty stout to open the fourth quarter. Gotten some pretty good looks, but have only converted once.
Drive and kick, 3 on the way. Air ball, rebound put back up by Julius. That one won't go down, and Golden Valley another chance.
That's where not having Amos, that hurts you again. Yeah, that's probably a rebound that she pulls down, but right now Golden Valley just a little shorthanded inside.
Yeah, I mean, 11.5 rebounds average. That's a travel for Dunn. But 11.5 rebounds per game, and not in the game right now with the injury to Tiffany Amos. 4-point lead. High post, Wandick. Back to Wandick, right elbow, and sticks it. Nice touch there by Deja Wandick, and she has 8.
Interesting defense from Golden Valley. Just a very sagging, loose man.
Half a dozen lead. Nobrega to the basket, draws the contact, and 2 free throws forthcoming for the senior, number 11, the senior forward, averaging 3.8 points per game, 5.5 points per game against Independence on the season.
Big free throws here.
Made them both last time. And the first one is too strong.
You have to be pretty brave to shoot free throws like that. I mean, you really do. I mean, little cat calls from the audience, doing something that's just totally different than how anybody else does it. I was talking about Rick Berry earlier, who always said you should, shoot a granny free throw. Yeah. Nobody does it because they're afraid they're getting made fun of. I mean, that's a really brave thing to do, step up there and do something that is a little unorthodox.
And that really hurts right there, the 2 missed free throws. Could have cut the deficit to 2, but we've got another turnover on Independence.
I'm telling you, Rick, you got to show the ball over your head here in Bakersfield. The Bakersfield referees will call that every time. You got to show it, exaggerate the lift fake. You have to really emphasize that fundamental.
Well, Lyric Weaver, number 24, who had a three-pointer in the first half, is in. Dunn to the window. Switch to the right hand and finishes strong. And Yaya Dunn with 9. Now pushing it the other way is Dean. 38-34. Dean from deep. And that one rolls off the back iron. And the rebound claimed by Tasia Holiday Ball. Holiday Ball trying to cross over in the paint. Good hands by Dean and Julius. Dean thinking about it. Puts the ball on the deck. Right-handed scoop shot won't fall.
Opportunity here for Golden Valley. One-on-one.
Holiday Ball to the rack. Counted and the foul. Holiday Ball, the senior, taking it all the way for her 8th point. She looks her point number 9. Holiday Ball, 11 points a game.
She's got a little Russell Westbrook in her.
She does.
When she gets a full head of steam, she's really tough to stop. Now, just like a young Russell Westbrook, she gets out of control a lot. We saw both the good and the bad in 2 straight possessions.
3-point play by Ball. That will give her
Rick, we've got a ball game here. We've got 3:30 left here. We've got an upset brewing here Thursday night. Kern High School District basketball.
That's right. Thursday night fever. Into the paint. Kick out. Wandick passed it up. Now drives. A right-handed floater won't drop.
You got numbers.
Ball comes. Ball a chance to give the Bulldogs a lead, and she missed it. Too strong. Great hustle to save it by Yaya Dunn, but Independence gets it back. As we approach the 3-minute mark, in transition, missed 3. Julius is there, and the foul will be committed because Julius got the rebound and got inside position on Nobrega, who's whistled for the foul over the back.
Missed box out there in the paint. Julius was behind the defense, but slipped in there and was able to take position from Golden Valley. That was a good effort from her. Put herself in position to draw that foul.
Julia still looking for her first points tonight.
I mean, don't we have to call her Haley Orange Julius?
I know.
Don't we have to? I mean, isn't that a role? I mean, I feel like we're
one
not
of
doing
two.
our announcing duties if we don't.
I know. 1 of 2 for Haley Julius. And timeout on the floor, 2:59 to go, 39-37. Independence with the 2-point lead, and what an exciting game. Let's take a look at our scores for Independence. Dean with 14 points. Wandick with 8 points. That's Deja. Curvin with 2 points. Egan with 2. Julius with a point. For Golden Valley, Holiday Ball has 9 points. Dunn has 9. 6 points, both on 3-pointers for Brumfield. Amos has 4, but remember, she is out injured. She got hurt late in the first half, and we hope that she will be able to come back. Very important part of this Golden Valley team. Weaver has 3, and Nobrega with 4 points. And we've got a beautiful game here, 39-37, 2:59 to go in the fourth quarter.
Now the thing about this is Golden Valley really has shared it. Where different people have scored and contributed at different points of the game. You wonder, Independence, if you load up on Dean and you force someone to shoot, even if it's a good look, is that person a little frozen right now, iced out of the game?
And Brumfield says, I will not be outdone. The senior with her 8th point and just her first 2-point field goal of the game. 39-39, 2:35 to go.
You want to make anybody shoot the ball besides Dean here.
Wandick with the miss. Ball knocked out of bounds. Possession to Golden Valley.
Lots of pressure now. And you can see a little bit of frustration with Independence. The pressure. There's no pressure on Golden Valley. It's squarely on Independence shoulders. We talked about the seeding element of this. There's a lot at stake.
Brumfield. Good defensive play by Julius and Curvin.
Be aggressive here early in transition defense.
Now they come the other way. Switch to the left hand, and drawing the foul is Kalasia Dean, as she will head to the line to try to build on a 14-point outing.
You've got to do your work early against Dean in transition. Maybe a little fatigue there, because most of the game they've really stayed on her hip, but that time they let her have space and they didn't really engage her until she got to the paint. Got to make someone else beat you if you're Golden Valley. Anybody else.
2 for 2 for Dean. She's got 16. Remember, average is 20.5. Trying to get things set up. I really like the way Yaya Dunn has orchestrated the offense for Golden Valley. Patience. She's a tough, physical kid, too. And a foul on the reach-in, and I believe that's going to be on Curvin.
Oh, they really got bailed out. That was a poor possession for Golden Valley. They were just, I don't know, they're losing. So, I mean, there's no reason to burn clock. They have to set screens. They have to move here. They can't just devolve into one-on-one play.
Nice pass. Brumfield, right-handed scoop off the window, and we are knotted at 41. And for Brumfield, she's trying to catch fire. She's got 12 points, Alex.
Crowd's getting into this a little bit too. It's the crowd kind of woke up here. We might have an upset on their hands.
41-41, 125. That's why you play the game. Both coaches knew this was going to be a battle. Pass intercepted.
Opportunity here.
Chance to take the lead if Ball can get it under control. She does, and she'll set it up.
Nice job by Holiday Ball there. Instead of forcing the action, resets it, and now they're going to get a timeout, be able to set something up. Good play by Holiday Ball.
1:07 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 20-second timeout. 7 fouls for the Bulldogs, 6 for the Falcons, and what a great game. Well, you know what? When this was circled, when Kyle Wiley circled this and said, we've got to do this game, you know what?
Kyle
this
Wiley
game has come as advertised.
Soothsayer.
Soothsayer.
He knew.
Yeah, and Kyle, of course, handling the play-by-play duties for the Frontier BHS dual match in wrestling.
Rick, if I could jump in, interesting. Coach Curtis Wilson, no dry erase board. And I kind of expected to see him over there diagramming some kind of action here for them. I would love to just see a high ball screen. They've been effective with it all game.
Ball picked up her dribble in the corner, a no-no. Now Brumfield nowhere to go with it. Back to Dunn, driving into the paint, lost the handle. Independence with the push, Dean, the distance, and an offensive foul called against Independence.
That was a good call. A clever play by Deja Wandick. She was trying to seal off the driving lane, but she did it a little too well. Too well, and the official was able to catch wind of it. Now, 2 straight possessions, Rick. Golden Valley has, in the half court, really done nothing. Looks very confused, discombobulated. They need to put something together here. If they don't, there's the likelihood to give a transition basket, a turnover, and give Independence something easy, which you absolutely don't want. You want to make them make a shot to win the game.
Nobrega went out to set the screen twice, wasn't used. Brumfield tried a long-distance 3 that was blocked. Nobrega hustling on the play, got it back, and it will be Golden Valley's ball. What an effort by the senior, number 11, Destiny Nobrega. Does so many little things. Averages just 3.8 points a game, but 1.7 steals a game.
Surprised we're not getting a timeout here, Rick.
Into Nobrega. 24 seconds to go. Wide open 3 for Dunn, and that one won't drop. Loose ball. It'll be Golden Valley's again. It hit the rim, so the clock is off. 17.1 to go.
Coach Wilson didn't call a timeout the last time Golden Valley had the ball on the baseline out of bounds. He is this time. Are they going to run something to score on this baseline out of bounds? Or are they going to just try to merely get the ball in bounds? Typically, you would hold for the last shot in this situation with about 9-10 seconds left, try to make a play. I think they're a little worried about turning the ball over without getting a shot. So they're maybe not necessarily looking to hold for the last shot. It's easier said than done, especially when you have a lot of pressure from the other team. With all that being said, I would like Golden Valley to hold for the last shot, or try to have the last shot, and then if you don't make it, you go to overtime.
And if you're Golden Valley, who do you try to get the ball in the hands of? Ball or Dunn or Brumfield? Brumfield's had a nice fourth quarter. Threw up that wild shot last time, and fortunately Destiny Nobrega's hard work under the boards have given them a second opportunity. Inbounds, 41 apiece. Golden Valley looking for a winner, and a timeout is called. Wow. Aaliyah Wandick was all over.
Not timeout, it looks like.
Nope.
It looks like just an out of bounds. You know, who we want the ball? You just want to run good action here. Right now, Golden Valley's just really struggling to get anything.
There's ball. Trying to get it to Nobrega. Intercepted. Dean, the distance, blocked. Down to 2-1. We're going to overtime. How fitting was that one? Ball gets the ball. Tries to make the pass over to Nobrega. and it's deflected away, and with the push, great defensive play on the other end by Golden Valley.
We were discussing the idea that, maybe Golden Valley just wanted to get a shot up because they were worried about turning the ball over. Well, that's exactly what happened. They had multiple opportunities where they were fortuitous to get the ball back, but they never got a shot up, any quality look. And you wonder, is that a sign of maybe what's going to happen in overtime? If Independence keeps that level of pressure, can Golden Valley convert? Because really what I thought was going to happen with Dean bringing the ball up the court, I thought she was going to draw a foul and have an opportunity to win the game at the free throw line. Great block. Great. Golden Valley did a great job of walling up on her to prevent the transition basket. But Golden Valley is not going to win this game if they can't create quality offensive possessions against this kind of ratcheted up pressure that we've seen from Independence really just the last minute of the game.
Jump ball, center circle. It will be Asia Curvin for Independence and Alyssa Brumfield for Golden Valley, and Independence wins it. 3:50 to go. Independence in their road maroon. Golden Valley, their home whites. 4 minutes of overtime at least in a 41-41 game. Inside, Curvin turnaround and puts it in.
Great pass, great finish. 2 really good plays led to that score by the Falcons.
Just the 4th point of the night for Curvin. And trying to drive in and lost it, was done. Up ahead, Dean, left hand, missed it. Rebound, Curvin taken out of her hands by Ball. Ball with the push. Crossover, nowhere to go with it. And we'll see what the call is. It's going to be a foul against Independence.
It should be a foul. There have been several fouls. I think that there was a foul the last time Golden Valley had the ball down the court. And fouls are, anytime we get fouled now, you're going to the free throw line. Now, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Because when it's 1-on-1, it really can be a momentum shifter if you miss the front end.
Incredibly important free throws, and Golden Valley ball struggles at the line. Still looking for double figures in points with 9. 3:12 to go and a 2-point lead for the Independence Falcons. Division I. Swing it out. Julius, nice pass, wide open, weak side, and putting it up and in. As number 20, Alejandra Perez.
Julius has had several good passes, and when you have a great player like Dean, those are the kind of plays that your complementary players have to make for you to be successful.
3-point miss, Ball got it back, Ball battling inside, trying to get it back, loose ball. Here comes Independence and a timeout called by Independence.
An interesting timeout. Independence looked like they had numbers there, perhaps a 2-on-1, maybe a 3-on-1. With that being said, I bet the huddle is going to talk a little bit about time and score right now. They're up 4, 2:30 left. You create a quality possession. It's too early to wait and, drag the ball out until there are only 10 seconds on the shot clock. I think you're still trying to get a good shot here within the flow of your offense. But if you score again, you get the ball back and there's a minute 45 left in the game and you're up 6-7 points, maybe you pull it out and you try to tempt them to foul you. With that being said, there's still 3 fouls to give, 2 fouls to give before you reach the super bonus. And you hope that maybe you foul somebody by being aggressive, and they missed the front end of the 1-on-1 too.
45-41 Independence. Will they try to run some clock here? Look for that one shot, trying to build to a half-dozen lead. Inside to Curvin, put it on the deck, and it's knocked down, and now a jump ball Possession arrow belongs to Golden Valley. And I don't think co-coaches Grant Bingham and Val Mancera are pleased with that.
Well, they did run 18 seconds off the shot clock, but you want to get a shot there. You know, you have to turn the ball over, and Golden Valley's in good position here, but they really need to score. Might have an opportunity right here.
Brumfield, ball, 3 on the way for Dunn, and it won't go down. Rebound put up by Nobrega. Nobrega, and she can't get it to fall. 2 great shots. One a wide open look from beyond the arc, and one underneath.
Nobrega with a fantastic rebound. I mean, that was a great rebound, but could not complete the play.
Nobrega averaging 5.7 rebounds a game, but 7 in 2 games against Independence. 3 on the way, dropped it in.
Well, that's how you draw it up. 7 seconds left in the shot clock. Now, was that a fantastic look? No, but it was a good look. They got a good look there, and they drained almost all the shot clock.
And that's Alejandra Perez. She now has 5. 3-pointer up and over the basket. So Independence will get it back with a 7-point lead now. And checking in for Golden Valley will be number 10.
I think you need to press here,
Hernandez.
Rick. I think you need to extend up, try to get the ball out of Dean's hands. If you don't press, you don't trap, they're going to use at least 20 seconds, and you have 40 seconds to make up 7 points. That's assuming they don't score.
Well, ball is on Dean. Number 10, Amanda Hernandez, has come in for Golden Valley. She's a 3-point shooter. Dean now working against Dunn. To the left hand, lost the handle, will throw up a wild shot with 1 second. And
that's
it'll
fine.
Be a shot violation.
If you're Independence, that's fine. That's why I kind of thought that Golden Valley should press there. You can't give up 30 seconds. The seconds are more valuable than almost anything at this juncture in the game.
Brumfield tried a 3-pointer. That one won't fall. And now Independence with a 7-point lead can just run down the clock.
Now you got a foul.
Yep. Golden Valley needs to foul. They're not doing it. Wandick has it. Curvin has it. And now a timeout on the floor with 15 seconds to go. 13 on the shot clock, so a 2-second differential, but a 7-point game.
Well, it's over now, Rick. I mean, that's the Chick Hearn's talking about the Jello jiggling. Now, you had a minute plus. What you're trying to do at that point is extend the game, but the opposite kind of happened. The clock's been able to run without really being stopped, for the past minute. With that being said, tremendous effort by Golden Valley. You can see that they're just body language wise, they're worn out, they're tired, a little bit frustrated, but they played extremely hard. And
Yes.
I thought they battled defensively, especially transition defense against someone like Dean is critically important. And I thought by and large they made her work for all of her scores. I mean, can you think of any easy basket that she had tonight, Rick?
No.
I mean, pretty much contested threes, contested drives. Strong effort by GB, but a little bit too much from the Falcons.
Julius with the inbound. Now Dean has it. She'll get a shot clock. Oh, she'll shoot it. That'll be a violation. Long shot, no good. 1.2 seconds to go. We had another timeout. Or is the... Should be 1.2 seconds to go in the game. Golden Valley should have they're going to have to play it out. But Independence will move to 7-0 in league, 18-4 overall, trying to get one of those top 3 seeds. Long toss, 3/4 court by Brumfield is short. And you know what, Alex, I have to tell you, first girls game I've done this year, I've been pleased. It's been an exciting game. we've seen some outstanding, highly skilled players on display, and both teams' coaches doing a nice job here tonight as well.
Yeah, fun back and forth, physical game. I mean, really physical game by both teams. I thought both teams really tried to grind on defense, and I think that's reflected a little bit in the score, 48-41. Not a high-scoring game, especially when you factor in overtime. But, I think the defense has had a lot to do with it. Good team play, too. I thought both teams tried to share the ball. Good passing on both squads. Fun game, just like you said. And, I think we definitely got our money's worth as far as did anybody here or watching at home.
So Independence moves to 7-0 in league, 18-4. Remember, they're number 4 in Division I right now, but projected to finish 3. And they want a top 3 seed. Of course, they're battling the schools up north. And here, as well as Stockdale in Division I. And here, Golden Valley, 20-6 now, 5-2 in league. They are projected to finish number 2 in Division III. They're currently number 2 as well. Leading scorer in the game, Kalasia Dean, finished with 16 points, 8 points for Deja Wandick, the 2 seniors. And then Perez off the bench with 5 points and Curvin with 4. For Golden Valley, leading scorer was Holiday Ball with 9 points. Dunn had 9 points for Dunn as well. And then 10 for Brumfield to lead all scorers. And that was all. She caught fire there in the second half. So an outstanding game, and we got to talk about our Tony's Pizza player of the game.
Well, Rick, it's easy. I think pretty much any game you could give it to Dean. I mean, Dean's, she's got it all. She plays defense. She passes the ball. She does it all. But I don't know. What do you think? Is there perhaps anybody else that we should highlight or exemplify here?
Guys, what do you think?
We're looking around. Everybody's kind of shaking their head.
Yeah.
Rick, I think when it's there, it's there. We got to go with the obvious choice there.
Yeah.
I think we've got to go with Kalea here tonight. She just really is the fulcrum that makes this Falcons team go.
And an outstanding student as well, has worked really hard in the classroom to earn a 4.1 average the last semester. Kalasia Dean, number 21, who does everything, finishes with 16 under her average tonight of 20.5. But nonetheless, another solid game. And if anything, losing 3 players, she still showed that leadership out there on the floor as well and played amazingly on defense. I mean, that second half when Independence started to make the run, she was getting her hands involved and making things happen defensively as well.
I think that's a great point, Rick, that, Golden Valley had the ball really the last 30 seconds of regulation, tied game, and not just Dean but the entire team really put on a vice grip on Golden Valley. They didn't even get a shot off, and in fact, Independence had a chance to win it in regulation at the end of the game. But I think Dean is a complete player. She plays both ends of the court, and as I mentioned earlier in the day, really rebounds the ball as well.
Yeah, well, once again, we'd like to thank our KHSD sponsors, Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, United States Army, PAV, Solar and Communication, Premier Lighting, Raymond's Trophies, and Tony's Pizza, who provides a pizza for our player of the game. Well, Alex, it's been great. It's, Alex and I worked together. We worked together for 2-3 years and then off and on for the Bakersfield Jam, and it really was a pleasure to do the game tonight with you. Always fun. I know you like to bring your little Hubie Brown in, and we love Hubie Brown. We love his style.
Well,
So
if you're Alex Lee, you've got to bring Hubie Brown to the table whenever you get this opportunity. Rick, it's always a pleasure to work with you, and what a great venture for the Kern High School District to promote high school athletics. Sometimes I think, the perception is that all that, the media or people care about is football, but getting out to soccer, wrestling, girls basketball, boys basketball, really exposing, giving, a spotlight to all sports. It's quite a venture.
Yeah, and we are incredibly thankful to all the school administrations of Golden Valley and Independence, as well as Stan Green, who had the vision for the Kern High Network, and Kyle Wiley, his right-hand man. For the wonderful Kevin Willie, for Miguel Garcia, for Alex Lee, I'm Rick Hudgens saying so long from Golden Valley. Thanks so much for watching high school girls basketball only on the Kern High Network. More basketball next week, and stay tuned for wrestling. More great games coming. Make sure you check out those student athletes. So long. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.